How's it going, everybody? This is Captain Brian Arena of Salty Dog Fishing Charters. On this trip, it was one of those days where I came home from work, didn't have anything lined up, so I was like, let me go out fishing, see if I can find where the fish are at. My stepson Jason, he was also off from work, so we just hopped on the boat, went to go do a little scouting. We started off doing the dock lines for striped bass. Not much action there. I had one tiny little fish on the fly rod. Still fun, but we decided, you know what, let's go see if the bluefish are still around. Played in the marshes and tried getting them on top water. Not much action going on there, but we were marking them good, so we decided to use the bucktails, and that's really what worked. Jason just started surf fishing this year, and he had a little trouble at the beginning getting the bucktail to work right for him. You know, once he got calmed down and started paying attention, he really started dialing it in, and he caught some really nice fish. In this video, I'm also going to go over how you look at your electronics and how to perceive what you see on the screen to what's actually going on around you. So remember, guys, your transducer is mounted to your transom. So anything you see on the screen is actually behind you. So if you start marking stuff on the side scan, let's say to port, and don't cast to the port side, to the side of the boat or up ahead, you really got to cast behind you. And then also start trying to figure out how far distances are. So 10 feet off to the side on the screen, what does that look like, you know, in real life? Also realize if this fish are 10 feet off and you cast 10 feet, by the time your bucktail's getting down to depth, you're already out of the strike zone. So for instance, if they're sitting at 10 feet off to the port side, you're gonna wanna cast towards the back of the boat, realize how far back to the boat you have to cast. Then also realize that if you want to get them at 10 feet, you're going to have to cast at least 15 to 20, depending on your depth, to allow your bucktail to slide down as it's coming in, because it's going to scope and it's actually going to pull towards you. All right, guys, let's go out fishing and have a good time. See you out there. There we go. Do me a favor, hit the record button on the... Yep, so the bottom of the button. Yep, turn it around. Yep, there you go.
Where, right here?
Yep. Oh my gosh, it's a little cutie. Look at this thing.
You want the screen facing us or facing
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh. You think he wanted that? Look at that.
Oh, jeez.
Starting to fucking laugh my ass off.
Is there anything on there?
Yep.
No? That'll be a good one.
Nice easy release. I fight this shit all the time.
Oh, it's gone. And how far behind was that particular trip?
Pretty far. So anything right here is right here. So anything right at this line right underneath, and then everything else is behind. So that's why a lot of times they'll be like, oh, they're off to the right, and then people cast up there. I'm like, you suck. So this is an important theme here. So when you're reading your sonar, anything you see on the screen is actually behind you, so that's where you should be casting.
So that mark would be somewhere over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your transducer reads off the back of the boat. It's right down underneath this pole. So it's not going to read up there. Reading
Gotcha.
right off the line of the back of the boat. In all honesty, my technique of fishing is really, I have to drop down. When I cast out, it really affects it. So like right here, I'm on the bottom. Oh. That's the whole thing with snap jigging. When you cast out with snap jigging, it just doesn't work that great. But you know, you throw some Hail Marys. So let me clarify this. What I mean about snap jigging and casting out, when you're in deeper water with a light jig, that's when it really becomes an issue. If you're in shallow water, like 20 feet or less,
It's
then it's
impossible
not
to
an
target
issue.
where to fish over. It's constantly fucking moving.
So this particular spot is really hard to target the fish. It's very deep and they have a lot of area to move. They're just chasing bait. So if I'm fishing here with customers, a lot of times we'll just troll a 3-ounce bucktail and we'll hook up pretty well.
Just chase the bait. That's what's keeping the hook in its mouth.
Just keep attention on it.
Yep. Otherwise, it's like, maybe it's not as big as I thought. Biggest one we caught all day.
Nice.
Oh no, definitely not big.
Tiny little thing.
Yeah. Just put a nice bend in that rod though. Look at this here.
Very nice. Go again.
Yep.
See, that bite felt weird. That was like a, it was almost like a little nudge.
Yeah.
You didn't really feel,
So you're not gonna get a hard strike out of him this time of year. It's more like just.
yeah.
You see why it's hard to fish here with customers?
Yeah.
So this channel we're fishing is very narrow. You can barely fit 2 boats side by side going through it. But with the proper use of the trolling motor, it becomes a very productive fishing spot.
So I have the anchor down, and I'm pivoting with the trolling motor. So this way the wind can't push us onto the.
Right.
You hear the wind push us towards the marsh and into shallow water. I use the powerful shallow water anchor to lock us in place. Then I'll use the trolling motor to pivot the nose of the boat out and use that to get us back into the deeper waters of the channel.
Is it uncommon for the fluke to have gone for the, was it a spearing on there?
No. Later on in the season, that's pretty much all they're gonna want in the bay is the spearing. But the other day we only had one fish on the spearing. They all wanted the bucktail. Yeah, I find like that early season bite, like right about now, 90% of it's gonna be on the bucktail. But normally from that green buoy to that green buoy is really good. And then there's another section on the other side where those ducks are pretty good.
So what are the guidelines on what you can and can't keep?
Well, each fish is different. Fluke eats 19-inch fish, 4-inch. And then I think in August it switches to 19 and a half. And so what I'm looking for here is I want to get to the top, which should be about 6 feet, and then turn the boat around and we'll drift. All the water's coming flooding out here into this channel. That's why I get a lot of nice fish out of here. We just hit almost 8. But we lost pretty much the tide. Now it's just getting pushed across it. But the good thing is, this is a lot of times when you catch the biggest fish. Okay, so when you think you have a fish on, swing up and hold it there and reel down. Bend it.
Gotcha.
And when you get them up on the top, don't bring them all the way up to the surface, and try to keep them until the net gets there.
I kind of wanted to start laughing when I caught him. It felt so.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the first 5-6 seconds, I didn't even realize that there was something on there.
Like, even the bigger fish, you're not going to feel much. You're just going to feel weight. I was just thinking in my head, I was like, wow, we haven't caught a clamshell yet. There it is. And that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like you just hooked a clamshell. Later on in the season, then they start really fucking attacking. But here, it's just something stuck on it. You don't start fighting until you actually have them up to the top.
So you can see that we're picking up a lot of clamshells on the bucktails. That's one of the things that makes this a very productive spot. We're fishing right over a clam bed. This whole channel is very productive because of that.
Bluefish, man.
Gotta go.
Fucking bluefish. Sets are free.
Yeah.
I was fishing with mommy one night. She fucking hooks up. She's like, I'm stuck on bottom. I was like, babe, real. There is no bottom to get stuck on. I'm telling you, I'm stuck on bottom. Pulled off a nice 25-inch fluke.
Nice.
See the bluefish right there? His tail up?
Yeah.
So this isn't something that you see every day. I was able to spot a bluefish that was actually tailing more like a bonefish or a red drum. And in this situation, we just tried casting at it, and he was not interested in anything. He was just up there sunning himself, trying to warm himself to digest the food that he has been eating.
Top of water.
No, I'll just go with the regular bucktail.
See if I can avoid hitting you on the.
Yeah, I'm gonna trust you not to kill me. There you go. Didn't even flinch. Oh, I got fish. Well, I got something. Fish. He's not even flinching. Pretty cool, though, right? I didn't see him anymore. See how it's on the book? take it out of his mouth. Ready? Done? Done? You're not done, are you? It's gonna be one of those days, huh? Hope it doesn't even work.
There goes that. All right.
As we hit the buoy. It goes.
You're saying about it's a good thing you have a.
Come on back. Oh, there we go. Hey, that's what happens.
So as you can tell, we do lose a lot of bucktails here with the bluefish. We do use 20-pound fluorocarbon rather than steel leader just because there is striped bass mixed with them.
There we go. Okay. Can you hit the record button?
Flashing red.
Yep. You're on.
My goal is to not lose this one. energy out first?
Nah, we go. We should do
Yep.
it. We should do it. Yeah, can't complain. Bluefish. Got your lure back. I gotta get them coming towards me. I need slack in the line. That's the only problem.
So what I was trying to explain to Jason was how to safely land the fish by yourself while you're using a fly rod. You want to get the fish coming towards you, and then as it's coming at you, you want to grab the line and then slack it off real quick so this way you don't overload the rod and break it. And then you can just hand line them back in.
I'm going to try to do a boat side release on them. Keep them in the water. Longer handled the hooker I got.
Or you just put it into the curve?
So you put it in, and then you pull the opposite way.
Oh.
Oh, look how shallow it is. 2 feet. Turn that motor off. Power pole down. And pivot.
So you're saying you want to get them coming towards you, get slack in the line, and then you pull it up.
With the fly rod, yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise you'll break your fly rod.
What about a with a normal rod when you're taking one off?
Same thing. Like you don't want to overbend the rod, but that's why I try to have like really long leaders. I use this 6.5 foot leader just for that reason.
So you notice also with a conventional setup as far as a bait caster or a spinning rod, I prefer to put the rod into a rod holder, and then once you control that leader, just open up the bail or release the tension on it so that this way you don't snap the rod.
We were only like we got down to like a foot and a half of water.
Could have touched it.
All right, one and done on the fly rod.